Dear students, this is my second video on the module second phonology, and in this video we'll try to learn the basic concepts in the module. Here you see phonetics, phonology and phoneme. We have to understand what is phonetics, what is phonology and phoneme, and what is the difference between phonetics and phonology. Already I told you that linguistics is a systematic study of language, and phonetics is a branch of linguistics. And this phonetics deals with the medium of speech. Medium of speech means speech sounds. These speech sounds, with the help of these speech sounds, we make speech. Just like with the help of color, shapes, a painter draws a picture. In the similar way, when we talk, we use speech sounds, therefore they are called the medium of speech. So the phonetic deals with the medium of speech. So how do we produce these speech sounds? How do we articulate? How do we utter them? How do we transmit them from speaker to listener, and how they are received by the listener? So all these things come under phonetics. In Marathi it is called Dhvani Shastra. One more term that you have to understand is phonology. Now phonetics is in Marathi Dhvani Shastra, while phonology in Marathi it is called Uchchar Shastra. But the difference is that it is also a branch of linguistics, but it deals only with a sound system of a particular language. For example, the sound system of English language, the sound system of Marathi language. When you study sound system of a particular language, then you study phonology of that language. And in that particular language, which speech sounds are used, how they are organized, how they are arranged, and how they constitute the language. So all these things are studied under the phonology. So this phonology also studies in how in that particular language these speech sounds, one or more speech sounds come together and form the syllables. Now syllable is a concept in phonology. Let me briefly explain it to you. Now this term is a sound in English phonological system, that is in English sound system. Now when it is combined With the O sound, it becomes talk. Again, if you take the sound per in English sound system, it becomes top. Now, these three together form a syllable. Do you understand? So, in phonology, it is studied. We are going to study this concept of syllables in further in the next videos also in detail. But here we have to just understand that in phonology, how these phonemes, that is, these speech sounds, are combined into syllables, and how the prosodic features. Here, the word prosodic is used. It means Chanda Shastra, rhythm, rhyme, etc. All those things can come under the prosodic. Prosody. How they are formed. Stage speech are organized in a particular sentence. Sometimes our pitch is high. For example, in English, when you ask question, for example, who are you? It is recommended that in English, when you ask question, your pitch of sound goes high. Who are you? In this way. Who are you? The following pitch is not accepted in English. So these all features of language, especially the articulation of language of a particular language, are studied in phonology. So a word can be divided into smallest smallest linguistic units, and they are called phonemes. For example, here you see that the word bat, when it's phonetically transcribed, these are the b, a and t, these are the letters. And how this word is transcribed, that is bat. So here b sound is represented by this b symbol, a sound is represented by this symbol. This is called phonetic symbol, and t sound is represented by t. But the same combination of sound, the word, is written with the help of these three letters. Here I would also explain certain things to you so that you can able to understand the sounds and the letters, especially in English. See, in English, you have speech sounds and letters. Now, sounds that are used in English language, there are total 44 sounds, and letters are 26. Now, these 44 sounds in spelling, they are written with the help of these 26 letters. For example, the k sound, which the symbol for it is used is this, and it is always put into the sound symbol is always put into two slanting lines. One of these 44 sound is k sound, but in letter it can be represented by different letters. Do you understand? For example, cat. Here the letter C is used, but it can also, the sound k can also be represented by this letter K, like kick. Do you understand? So in English, the letter system is different and the sounds, there are 44 sounds, that system is different. So in order to represent these 44 speech sounds, we use different separate symbols for each four sound. So k, p, b, these are all sounds and they are different from letters. Do you understand? So again, I will in my next videos I will explain these concepts to you. Right now what you have to understand is the concept of phoneme. Now you see that what is phoneme? Phoneme are the smallest linguistic units. So each language has distinctive sound units and they are called phonemes. Let's understand it by the example. Now you see that the word bat is written in this way and it is b sound, a sound and t sound. Now if I just change this t sound into d sound, it becomes bad. Do you understand? So a single sound makes a difference in spelling and also in meaning. So this single unit of sound is called phoneme. So here also bat is divided into smallest linguistic units such as b, a, t. So these are the smallest linguistic unit. They cannot be further divided. D cannot be, the sound d cannot be further divided. So these distinctive units are called phonemes. And why they are distinctive? Because they are the smallest units in sound system. So here you see that in English language there are many phonemes p, b, t, d, and they are produced, they are used while making speech. So these are the three important concepts here. Also you see here the difference between the phonetics and phonology. Phonetics is descriptive linguistics, phonology is theoretical linguistics. Phonetics deals with the all speech sounds used in languages across the world, so it is kind of universal. And as I told you that phonology studies sounds of a particular language. So in phonetics you study phone, that is the dhvani, and in phonology you study phonemes, that is the smallest unit of sound. So this is limited, phonetics has limited scope, on the contrary phonology have broader scope. So in this way you are introduced with these three concepts. Thank you.